Hi, and welcome to Mr. Garofolo's podcast for September 13th. Today we're looking at homework problem number 9 on adding and subtracting radicals homework. This one is a little bit difficult because not only do we have some addition to do, we have a fraction. And they're asking us to add two terms here in the numerator of the fraction, and then we want to divide by radical 12. The first thing you want to notice is that we have three different radicals here, radical 27, radical 3, and radical 12. Remember, we can only add when we have like radicals, so we can't really do any addition yet. So we might look to divide, but the first thing that stands out to me is that 27 is not divisible by 12. So that's just going to make a mess of the problem. So our best option is going to try to simplify the numerator by finding some like radicals. So we're going to go ahead and simplify radical 27 so that it will be radical 9 times radical 3. 4 radical 3 can't be simplified any further. And radical 12 we can simplify to radical 4 times radical 3. We're going to take the square roots of the perfect squares. So we can take the square root of radical 9, which would be 3. So we have 3 radical 3 plus 4 radical 3 in the numerator. And we're going to divide that by the denominator. Now, before we do that, we want to see that we have a square root here. So we take the square root of 4, which would be 2. So we have 3 radical 3 plus 4 radical 3 over 2 radical 3. Now that we have like radicals, I'm going to highlight them here, we can add the coefficients. 4, 3. So we'll have 7 radical 3 over 2 radical 3. Now we can finally divide. We have a much more simple expression than we had originally. And we're going to divide coefficient by coefficient, 7 divided by 2, and radical 3 divided by radical 3. Now any number divided by itself is just 1, so radical 3 divided by radical 3 will actually cancel out to 1. That leaves us with 7 over 2. This is how I'm going to leave my answer. I know it seems a little strange. You could write it as 3.5, which is equivalent to 7 over 2. But typically in an algebra class, it's okay to write your answers as an improper fraction. So this is what you would probably see on my answer key. I hope this helped you on this example. Any other questions, hopefully we can answer them in class tomorrow. And don't forget, we have a quiz coming up on Thursday. Extra help's available tomorrow at lunch and after school. Radicals is in chapter 12 of your textbook, and there's a link on the e-board under the date for Thursday if you click on the quiz. I'll see you tomorrow in class.